Hello and welcome to the Hallway Wrestling Podcast, Ireland's premier Irish wrestling podcast, based in Furhouse. I am your host, the Immaculate Kieran Brennan, and with me as always my co-host,
the man that genetics forgot, Rian.
Rian the Dr. Knocker.
Kieran should have added in his intro the newest addition to Spotify.
Yeah,
the newest wrestling edition.
There you go. So if you're listening to this, it's either on SoundCloud, Spotify, or YouTube. Hopefully Spotify, because it's easier, I feel.
I had to grind very hard last night to get them all up.
Yeah, really.
2:30 in the morning.
Relatively big week for shows, I feel. We got AEW, NXT. We're going to skim through those, of course. SmackDown and Raw journey to the UK, so we have those two. I went to a WWE live event, so we'll quickly talk about that. I'll go through all the results and if it was fun or not. If you should go, I suppose, perhaps.
I want to just say that we might be brisking over AEW, but I think the moment of the week happened on AEW TV, in my opinion.
Sure. And then of course, Full Gear, AEW's first pay-per-view since launching Dynamite, the weekly Wednesday night show. A big deal, I feel. A very big deal. First, however, we're going to announce that your new and forever Hallway Wrestling Podcast champion of the world.
Fuck you, MJF.
Kieran Brennan. I like MJF now. I wasn't a big fan before, but I think he's quite good. He's won me a belt. He's won me the Hallway Wrestling Podcast Championship. And I will be eternally in his debt for that. It's a good week to be Kieran, I feel.
I'll get. Where's my rematch clause? When's the next pay-per-view?
So, I suppose maybe we could join TakeOver and Survivor Series into one thing, or we could just do Survivor Series.
It's so hard to predict that right now.
Yeah.
Because you've got NXT at war with each other and then they're at war with someone else.
NXT's amazing.
They better book it smart.
Yeah.
And they will. I don't think
they won't. It's fucking WWE.
Do you think the winning team from, we'll talk about it later, but do you think the winning team from the War Games match is going to be the team that faces off with NXT? Raw and SmackDown?
That would make the most sense, but it depends what Adam Cole is doing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know?
Can we just, as part of the newest matches, the matches that have been added to the Survivor Series card are, it's amazing. It's now going to be Undisputed Era, Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish versus the New Day, because they just won, spoiler, versus
we're talking about it,
versus
that's a shit title, Jim.
Versus the War Machine, yeah, it is, versus War Machine or War Raiders with Viking experience. And then the best match, I think it's going to be match on night, Roderick Strong versus Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles.
Battle of the Strong Styles.
Holy shit.
Yeah? You heard that.
Did you hear before we'll talk, actually, before someone entered into a title feud with The Fiend, he was supposed to take the title off Nakamura and replace him in the match, and that would have been even better.
Rumored.
That would have been unreal, wouldn't it?
I'm not the biggest fan of WWE's version of Nakamura. That match, I bet that match is going to be boring.
I'm talking about the person who would have been inserted into the match.
Daniel Bryan. So I'm saying, I'd obviously rather that. And Daniel Bryan was in one of the cool things that I experienced this week. But we will talk about that later. First in the news, biggest piece of news all week, maybe in the last month, maybe in a long time, CM Punk is fucking back. WWE backstage shit ratings last week, 88,000. What a fucking disaster. Don't know what they're doing putting that on fucking Tuesday. Why is it not directly after fucking SmackDown on Fridays? Makes absolutely no sense. Renee Young's like, look who we fucking got here.
No. She was like, everyone has surprises. It's time to have a surprise of our own.
Oh.
And the best bit is Paige's reaction. You just hear, and Paige's like, no.
Is this a real?
No, why did you tell me I can't swear?
Insane. CM Punk
comes in and goes, people are giving their opinion on this show. It's time to shake things up. And I instantly thought, promo battles. Because I know the promo battles is a segment and it's been so bad at the start. We've had Christian, no offense, and Booker T do promo battles against American footballers. CM Punk could CM Punk could just destroy people.
Just genuinely insane. I cannot believe this is actually happening. It's been rumored for fucking ages now, hasn't it?
Mm.
And it's actually happening. CM Punk is back. Now, we don't know. He's presumably not going to be wrestling, at least not for a long time.
Yeah.
That's insane. I think if he does wrestle, he should go to NXT.
I'd leave it for a year. And I'd have the story start on backstage.
Yeah, like Daniel Bryan The Miz.
Someone come on and piss him off.
Yeah. Well, Seth Rollins has tweeted basically being like, get me fucking over there. Give me a flight. I'm on my way. burn it down, burn it down.
Oh,
Against
I'd love to
CM
see CM Punk. Listen, pal, you're not Kane.
Yeah, like,
It's like
fucking. Oh, like that. I don't know if that's a wise decision on Rollins' part, but fuck it. Maybe I'll put him over. Massive news though. That's insane.
yeah, unreal.
I started watching November 2013. Punk left in January 2014.
Yep.
So it's been a long time since I've seen him.
That's unbelievable. And can you imagine?
Never saw him live as well.
Do you think?
I've seen Santino Marella live.
Do you think they might do a WWE if he ever comes back to the main roster and like wins the title? Do you think they do a 24 on him? Do you think Vince would be like?
I think they might be doing that now. Like,
yeah, but would they?
I just want a Triple H versus fucking CM Punk match.
Give me Punk versus Vince.
Man,
give me Punk versus Vince.
It's so upsetting to me that like Punk left because he wasn't getting that main event or whatever.
And they
if he had stayed, he would have gotten it.
And he was hurt. Like he shit himself in the middle of the ring because he was hurt.
Yeah. Well. Yeah,
oh shit! I'm bleeding.
Reigns pulled a Moxie Omega and he's just bleeding. What the fuck? This is what happens when you use cocaine before a fucking podcast. I told you not to.
I have tissues right.
Samoa Joe has commented on what happened last week with Seth Rollins, Dave Meltzer, where Dave was basically like got some shit from sources. He said, "Dearest colleagues, at some point you'll realize most sources in our industry have an agenda and are expressing it through how much of the truth they mix in with their conjecture. So while they are passive aggressively playing everyone, don't get caught up and play yourself." Woo!
Shots fired.
Yeah. Sin Cara has asked for his release from WWE. Didn't fucking get it. What a surprise.
We should have got the Survivor Series match should have been main roster versus Dirt Cheap Riders. So we got Meltzer, Satin, Alvarez, Sean Ross Sapp, and PW Insider versus Rollins Samoa Joe.
Get Ryan Satan in there.
Have Meltzer hit a Meltzer driver.
Jeez, that's a weird name. Yeah, I may have seen one of Sin Cara's last matches in WWE because apparently he's just going to be sitting home now, which is great. Jushin Thunder Liger, he's bowed to his last crowd ever in the United States. He's done in the US. That's crazy. He's actually going. We saw a match. We saw his last match in Ireland. Maybe first match in Ireland.
His first match in Ireland. Yeah.
Fuck. No.
His last and only.
Yeah.
And he dropped Scotty Davis right instead in that match, but it was a good match.
Did he? Yeah. I just remember.
No, he did it. He did a brain buster on the concrete.
Jeez.
It was rough. But it was a great match.
It's weird to see that he's actually going. Like.
Yeah, but he's gonna be on commentary games.
Yeah, not that we're gonna be fucking able to hear it. So.
No, I always watch the English version.
Yeah, exactly.
Kevin Kelly and Don Callis.
Apparently it's shit. I've heard.
No. Kevin Kelly's one of the best playable players.
Okay.
He's underneath.
Kenny Omega was stopped going to Japan for the third time.
Oh yeah, it was a visa because his New Japan visa's run out.
Now, people are either saying that New Japan have caused this, but it seems the more likely option is he's trying to get into Japan on the basis he's working for New Japan, which isn't true.
Yeah.
Supposedly. Hopefully he can keep going to Japan, I guess. It'd be nice to have him. I wish he was a part-timer in New Japan. It seems to be where he's done his best work.
Yeah, he was. Oh yeah, of course. Like
the cleaner or whatever.
Undisputed, yeah.
His AEW stuff, like it's interesting storyline wise, but like it seems nearly fucking everyone except Cody Rhodes of all people. He hasn't had a breakout match in AEW yet.
I think well he kinda did this week. Like a win. I think that what was it? Oh, I completely forgot my train of thought. This one's when you're sick. I'd love to see Phoenix from the Lucha Bros. I was going to talk about it later, but I'd love to see Phoenix from the Lucha Bros get a singles run. That's my wish for the next year of AEW. I actually have a really good fancy booking idea for AEW, but I'll leave it till we get on to AEW.
Okay.
We'll keep going with the news, but I have a really good fancy booking idea that would main event one of their main pay-per-views. It would be an insane storyline.
Next week, Stone Cold, he has a new show coming out. I can't remember.
It looks amazing.
Was it Stone Cold?
Stone Cold Sessions.
Yeah, Stone Cold Sessions.
The first one is a 2-hour special with Hulk Hogan. Well, sorry.
What? Hulk Hogan?
Not Hulk
The Undertaker.
The
Mark
Undertaker.
Calloway is getting an interview.
And did you see what happened in the trailer?
He's just like, when are you leaving?
And he goes, I don't know if I'll be here next year.
Yeah.
And Tom Campbell was like, he's dying next year.
Yeah.
And he's like,
but like that's fucking madness. Like that could be amazing. This could be the old Stone Cold podcast. That I don't know if it got cancelled or what.
I took a rough hit with the Dean Ambrose podcast.
Yeah, just But that was really good. I really liked that.
Yeah.
When they used to do it, the Vince McMahon episode. Oh, the Vince one's great because like there's like they're about to wrap up and Stone Cold's like, oh well, we're kind of running out of time, Vince, and you can tell like he's kind of maneuvered the conversation to talk about Vince's like the glory days or whatever, and Vince is like, it's my network, 20 minutes, damn it. It's so good. It's so like it just shows how powerful that man is.
And he just I love like someone was just shining his shoes in the middle of the podcast.
Yeah.
No, where it was I just hope they don't do this thing where like the second or third episode is getting on Rollins and having Rollins Stone Cold put over Rollins. That would be really, really painful to watch.
Well, Stone Cold already has his podcast and he says that he likes Rollins. I assume he's going to be honest on it.
Yeah.
I can't imagine he wouldn't want to be. Rusev has talked about going back to Saudi Arabia for WWE events and he's just simply said, I make a lot of money. I will definitely go back. Fair enough. Like that's a fair enough reason, I think. If I was offered $1 million to wrestle in Saudi Arabia, having no wrestling experience, you know, if I could get a shoot fight with Brock Lesnar in Saudi Arabia for $1 million, you know,
that last minute, yes,
yeah, well, not even
Rusev,
1 point from
yeah, Rusev segue. Lana is not happy with the storyline at the moment. Obviously,
what did she say?
There should be an article there. Just look up Lana unhappy. She's unhappy that she's in this really storyline where she has to kiss someone who's not her boyfriend, and then has to come out on TV.
Really?
And has to come out on TV last night, which will. I mean, we're just gonna like talk intermittently about Raw. So basically, she came out last night and had to say that she's pregnant, and the child is Rusev's. So and then there was just this big like back and forth. She's like, "You're a sex addict," and he's just like. Well, what are you trying to say?
How can she say that and then bang Bobby Lashley on the Daily where he injures his girl?
Oh my god! Did you hear this promo? She was like, "I'm 8 weeks pregnant, and I've been with Bobby had sex with Bobby for 7 weeks ago. Do the math, guys. Rusev's the dad." I was like, "Oh,
I don't know what to do. It's so shit.
It's so
bad. So
and
shit.
It's main eventing.
Yeah, 2 weeks in a row as well. I don't know. Yeah, because there was a fair bit going on this week. Who knows how much we'll get to talk about anything, really.
Alright, let's just talk about the best bit.
WWE WrestleMania 35 has generated $165 million for the New York, New Jersey area. That's a lot of fucking money. That's absolutely insane. And like, wow, this has got to be everywhere is going to want WrestleMania if it's bringing that much money. I really want
to give it to Dakota. Give it to Dakota. Give them a bit of money.
I just want New Orleans again because they have the best sets. They got WrestleMania 34, which is the giant mask, and then WrestleMania 30, which is those 3 X's.
I prefer them events around WrestleMania, to be honest, than WrestleMania itself. I just can't wait to go just for that. Like.
I really want it. I want the full like WrestleMania weekend thing.
Yeah.
I think you can look at. While we're talking about news and shit, I'm gonna look up how much it costs to get one of those WrestleMania packages. But
I'm not talking about. I'm talking about like the indie shows around the line.
Yeah, I know.
I'd love to go to Bloodsport. Bloodsport looks unreal.
Because I'm such a fucking mark.
Bloodsport
I would want this, you know.
You know where
travel packages.
You know we're getting Moxley in a shoot fight at the next Bloodsport.
We'll talk about Moxley and Blood.
We're getting Moxley and Josh Barnett in the shoot fight at the next Bloodsport because it was supposed to happen last time, but he had that elbow injury. Oh yeah, here's a bit of news. Do you know in that promo before the Kenny Omega Moxley match, it was revealed that like Moxley's MRSA injury in his elbow.
Yeah.
That it could have got into his blood and killed him. He revealed.
Wow.
Yeah. It was like revealed. It was revealed.
Oh, but we knew it was fairly severe.
It was an infection, but apparently, if it had left it any longer, if he hadn't been diagnosed, it could have got into his bloodstream and killed him.
That's insanity.
Mm.
NXT this week. Before we talk about it.
Oh, the ratings last week. Let's talk about that.
Big boost.
Big boost. There was 8,000 between the two, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
823,000 for AEW and 817,000 for NXT.
Yeah.
They are numbers off the top of my head. I'm probably not right, but
it's around that. It's not at all like small. Yeah, NXT got a massive boost, presumably because of SmackDown and Raw, mainly SmackDown.
Yeah, it just shows how powerful the World Series is that the drop was so big last week. That's last week's now.
That's last week. Oh shit. Yeah, but like that's good for NXT. They deserve it, and it was a decent episode of NXT as well. Okay, let's look at these packages. Starting at 7,000. Okay, what's the silver package? Because that's 1,500.
No, you get to kiss the door of WrestleMania.
WrestleMania 36 ticket, Hall of Fame induction ceremony ticket. Only with Friday Night SmackDown, NXT Takeover, Raw, WrestleMania Access. What's this? A concierge.
That's all you want. 5-star hotel. Wait.
I think I know what I'm doing.
Golf? Oh,
Golf!
Oh, yeah, boy.
Golf!
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, so there's... Wow. So you get SmackDown as well. You're there for a while. Because that'll be the next weekend, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you gotta...
Oh, no. It says Friday nights... Oh, it's the SmackDown before, is it? Okay.
Oh, wait, there's no... There's now no...
SmackDown after Mania, yeah.
Aww.
So you get the go-home SmackDown.
Oh, that means Raw after Mania is going to be huge again.
So in chronological order, you get WrestleMania Access, Raw after SmackDown... No, WrestleMania Access, Hall of Fame.
The Hall of Fame is on
SmackDown-
Thursday this time.
The SmackDown Go Home, NXT TakeOver, WrestleMania 36, and Monday Night Raw.
The Hall of Fame is before SmackDown this year.
Yeah.
No, but that means...
Well, okay, so then what costs $7,000 then? WrestleMania 36, rows 1 to 4 with the collectible chair. Okay, so the cheap one is rows 1 to... It's on the
100 level.
100, okay. Which isn't even that bad, to be honest.
The higher up you are, unless you're in like the Randy Orton, AJ Styles spot from last year, then...
Yeah, okay, so that's like front row to like every
I
show.
want to talk about the way that there's not going to be any SmackDown after WrestleMania. Remember when there was no SmackDown after WrestleMania like 6 years ago?
Yeah.
And we had that Ziggler... It was so... because it's going to be huge now. We're going to get like a Ziggler level cash and pop kind of thing. I think Punk's going to return. I think Punk's going to be announced to return on the Raw after Mania.
I don't know if they did announce him. I don't know. That was a Superstar shake-up or whatever, so I don't know. Wow, okay, so that comes with like hotel and everything?
Yeah. Okay, let's move on. We're on a tight.
What does this mean? 5-night accommodation, but then it's like 4-night accommodation.
It's a choice. You have a choice of this room.
That would be amazing. Oh my gosh, I did not know it was 1,500. Obviously, isn't like jump.
Oh, I'd say the tax on this is huge.
Oh, that's true.
The tax is probably 100 quid on this.
Yeah.
You're doing that. Let's just keep going.
Jeez. Okay.
Travelers.
What the fuck is wrong with you, like? Okay, so Raw and SmackDown will cost you a bit extra, will they? I'll look at this later. We're not looking at this here.
We're never doing live reactions to prices of things on this podcast again.
Yeah, the fucking... Yeah, Cedric Alexander responded to claims that he's been buried or whatever, and he's just like, fuck off, I've lost to AJ Styles.
Yeah,
right?
He called AJ
Do not
Styles one of the
get
holy
buried.
trinities of wrestling.
Deity,
Yeah.
Which
Which is true.
It's fair enough, like.
Yeah, he is the only wrestler I know who has done all of the major world except for maybe
Impact. I mean, sorry, he's
see him Samoa Joe.
Mojo sacrifice.
Samoa Joe, Kurt Angle have done all the major world pros. Well, he didn't really do Ring of Honor. Kurt Angle.
Did they do? Kurt Angle didn't do WCW, did?
No, I'm talking about like he went to Japan, he was successful. He went to Impact, he was successful, and he went to
the big 3 wrestling companies: WWE.
No,
New
back
Japan.
in the day,
Impact.
No, Styles made. Oh yeah. Speaking of Impact, it turns out Deck from Ant and Deck is related to Dixie Carter. That's big news.
Is it big news? Yeah.
Deck from Ant and Deck and Dixie Carter are related.
Yeah.
Because did you see the show that they were doing this week?
No.
It was like on ITV. This show.
What? I'm a Celebrity.
No, it was like that's coming back soon. It was
Who
it was basically like this thing where like they track their family heritage, and it was Ant and Deck were the guests this week. And like Dixie Carter comes into a pub in England and is like, "Oh, how are you?" And they're like, "Oh, I need to give my cousin an extra big hug." Apparently they're related. That's mental.
Absolute insanity
it
here
is.
in the Hallway Wrestling Podcast.
The former
headquarters.
president of TNA is related to one of the biggest UK
Alcoholics.
TV personalities. That's Ant.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Put respect on Declan Donnelly's name, prick.
Jeez. NXT. Let's talk about NXT. Big show for NXT this week. Because just like a minute or two before the show opened, they upload something to the YouTube channel, and it's the Undisputed Era. They're doing like their cocky 4-person walk. All of a sudden, bang! Fucking OC out of nowhere, clobber him.
I need.
It looked bad. Throw him to a table. I think it was Bobby Fish threw a table.
I need a question. I need a question answered. You know when Luke Gallows smacked Bobby Fish against the wall?
Yeah.
A load of red stuff came up. Was that ketchup?
I don't know if it was ketchup, but it wasn't.
It wasn't.
It was like it looked cool.
It looked cool. I was like, what happened to him?
Yeah, it looked awesome. In fairness.
Yeah.
Then okay, so the show actually begins, and okay, I think it's great that the OC came out, right? Because of anyone who's big in WWE right now, the WWE, like main roster, these guys skipped NXT. Like, no one else did. Like, it's kind of hard. Like, if it's anyone else, I was like, but they were in NXT. Why are they hating NXT? It makes total sense for the OC too, you know?
Yeah, they're like, we're too good for the NXT.
Yeah.
And it's good that Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, they keep going from having their edge, not having their edge, having their edge, not having their edge.
Yeah. And basically, they open the show. Tommaso Ciampa comes out with Keith Lee, Matt Riddle, and he's just like, fucking fight me, bitch. And they're going to have a match later tonight.
Do you agree? Listen to this very carefully. There's a lot of people who go from NXT or come to WWE and just straight up 100% are underutilized. But Gallows and Anderson are the most fluctuating. Like, good, bad. Debut was amazing. Turned into comedy jobbers who were doctors.
Nerds.
Doctor in a Unity feud. Then they joined back with AJ. They were AJ with beat up John Cena. That was okay. Yeah, and do you understand what I mean? Like, there's some people that are just flat out like ignored.
See,
like
those are they're one of the talent where I'm like, they should probably be getting more, but they just haven't had a good match.
Because no, I'm just saying, as in like, there's people who just like Apollo Crews now, who've just been completely forgotten.
Apollo has no personality. That's always been his problem.
I'm just using him as an example. There's a lot of people who've just been consistently bad.
But like, who has been consistently good but hasn't gotten a push?
Cedric Alexander is probably a good example.
He has gotten a push, or he's getting a mini one.
Yeah, it's hard.
There aren't many that like have been consistently good in the main roster. I'm sure a lot of these guys could flourish everywhere else, but like WWE is a specific style that isn't like the Indies. If you can't fit that, that's not.
That'd be a good top 10 video.
But I just don't think there's 10 of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
all right, yeah.
Like a lot of the talent, sure they could probably do better somewhere else, but they are being, like they never go out there and have a great match, and it might not be their fault because I'm sure they're capable of it, and it's like time constraints doing TV, the WWE production, but like
Yeah, this is one of my favorite mid card feuds. It's fantastic.
Damien Priest versus Pete Dunne.
Well, it's
part 50.
It's part 2. It's now a 3-way feud.
Yeah, with Killian Dane, is it?
Yeah, basically they had their match, and I think this is the rubber match. This is they're 1-1. They're 1-1. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so 50-50.
Oh no, sorry. It's 1-1. It's 1-0. This made it 1-0. I love the nickname of Damien Priest, the Archer of Infamy, and it's a great entrance.
I like Bruiserweight.
Yeah, it's good.
I fucking love Pete.
So basically, great match. Like old ex Punishment Martinez, the Damien Priest, has shown that he's actually good at wrestling. He hit him with because Priest hit him with a low blow last week.
Yeah.
He does like that lovable babyface who acts like a heel, but he acts like a heel in a way where he's
a tweener.
Yeah. So basically, when the rest back was turned, Pete Dunne was like, "You kicked me in the grapefruits last week."
Did he say grapefruits?
He didn't say anything. He just kicked him in the nuts.
Okay. So you chose to choose.
I love this new submission. He put him in an armbar, but broke his fingers, and that was an instant tap out. Because if someone breaks your fingers, you're going to fucking.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and then afterwards, that didn't.
Killian Dane
comes out.
Of course he does.
Killian Dane comes out after beating up Tyler Bate last week and saying, "Tell Pete Dunne looking for him," and he beats up Pete Dunne, and then Priest got in his way. He took him out and then hit that. Do you see that cannonball into the steps? It's rough, isn't it?
Man, poor Tyler Bate.
Oh, he had a great show. He had a great show at Schadenfreude and Friends. He had a match where it was him, Chris Brooks, some female wrestler, and Dunk Zilla. What's it? Mark Davis. You know Mark Davis from AEW?
Yeah, I know Mark Davis.
And it was a battle to the death. And Tyler Bate ripped out Mark Davis's heart. Like literally ripped, like it was like a battle to the death, and they were just like.
I think Bate and Walter is my match of the year so far, and I can't see it changing in the next 2 months. I'm sure towards the end of December, I'm sure there'll be like 1 week where we do like a pre-recorded one of these because it's Christmas.
I want to go home. I think over Christmas, I want to go home. Like you don't go home on this podcast. No, I think I want to do over. I think over Christmas for the Christmas break. I think we're gonna pre-record a match of the year podcast and a wrestler of the year podcast. I think that's
well, I assume it would be the same thing, wouldn't it?
No, we could do it in both.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do for the week of with that.
Okay. Wednesday is a Christmas.
Wait, wait, that's news. WWE are getting a week off for Christmas.
We've known that for a while.
Yeah, but they're apparently instead of they're taping.
They were going to tape 2 Raws one after the other, like a week apart or something. But now they're taping 2 Raws in a row. I really hope that crowd is hot for it, because if not, oh my fuck.
No, the last bit of the main event of the second one, they're just going to be like...
I'm just gonna leave.
And then it's just gonna be like, there now for your main event, Baron Corbin versus Roman Reigns.
The poor Seth Rollins. He's gonna have to cut like 50 promos in one night. Oh my god.
Help me! Oh, we were gonna get like a Miracle on 34th Street fight between Apollo Crews and
Yes.
and Buddy Murphy for the right to
Oh, it's a full
kiss
moon on
Maria
Christmas.
Kanellis.
That's awesome.
Probably. Anyway.
Is it? Oh no, it's not a full moon at all. But like fucking.
Yeah. Anyway, NXT.
Yeah, so we'll probably do a wrestler and we'll probably just do like an award show. Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's do an award show.
Yeah, we can do like match of the year, rest of the year, show of the year, moment of the year, that sort of shit.
Oh yeah, wait, we have a new logo.
Promotion of the year.
We have a new logo. It's pretty.
Yeah,
good.
thank you, Patrick.
Thank you, Patrick. Patrick Raymond. He doesn't have anything to plug, but he's great. He was a great artist. I mean, it's very nice. The concept is my idea. Color scheme was Kieran.
Yeah.
Kieran okayed the concept as well.
Yeah, I did.
Because Kieran's very hard to get. Like honestly, you have no idea. Like thank God we're not like more creative than we are, because Kieran would shut down all my ideas.
Oh yeah, no, I would fucking jeez. Anything that goes on the channel, if I'm in it at all, I will very much so make sure that it is good.
Yeah, you skipped the match there.
Yeah, I know. I don't.
Okay, yeah, it basically.
I'm not gonna go. We're not gonna go through every single thing in the show.
Tanyara,
we do have a big pay per view,
Yeah.
and I did go to a live event. I want to talk about both.
Tanyara Conti had a manager and has a new manager, and she won a squash match against a local competitor.
Her name is something Garrett.
Yeah, she has
Santana Garrett.
She has a what's the guy's name? I know he's a new he used to be called Robbie E back in Impact.
Robbie E.
And now he's like a manager now. I don't know what his name is. I'm not going to try.
So the best women's division in the world continued with Shayna Baszler versus Dakota Kai.
Because there was a backstage segment where Dakota Kai was out to prove herself to Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, because Rhea was just like, nah, you didn't make the
No,
cut.
that was after the match.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying this is what happened.
Oh, yeah. Dakota Kai was out to prove herself and try and like just say like I should be the last member.
I deserve to be on your team.
Because half a team kick is already on the team. That's a good storyline.
Yeah, but Baszler, she defeated Dakota Kai,
great
but
match.
by submission as well.
Yeah, and Dakota Kai gave a really good fight.
Yeah, it was a solid match.
And then they went.
Ripley was just like, all right, fourth member, Mia Yim.
Because there was all the members of the team came out, and Jessamine Duke and Marina Shafir came out. And then Mia Yim came out with like a kendo stick and absolutely battered everyone. And then she was like, I like that. Mia Yim is my fourth member. And Dakota Kai, she goes, sorry, Dakota, you just didn't make the cut. And she walked away.
So good.
And she walked away crying. And they caught back, and the reporter came up and was like, what do you think? And she was just like, I'm lost for words. I don't know what to say.
I might be doing 2K19 streams soon. It's pretty fun.
Dakota Kai heel turn confirmed.
Just straight up. It's very possible.
Straight up.
She's a good moveset.
I love this guy. He's one of my new favorites.
Tony Nese versus Angel Garza in a number one contender for the NXT Cruiserweight Championship match.
Angel Garza, man.
Garza won.
Yeah, you said Garza.
Good on him. I don't care.
And I love the fact that like he starts off in these tights, and now Tony Nese went for a sunset flip powerbomb.
Yeah.
He ripped off the tights to reveal Garza's shorts instead. Did you see that? Have you seen this is his gimmick.
Well,
where his opponent rips off the tights.
How's that a gimmick?
No, it is a gimmick. He doesn't have any match
really
now.
intricate character.
No, it's an in-match gimmick that he has.
Sure.
It's like,
as long as it's not like the wacky line where it happens every match and you're like, how does anyone ever follow this?
We're talking about, sorry, do not skip. This is a match.
Remember when I said that like we weren't going to go through everything?
Yeah,
well,
but
we've gone through everything.
This is a match you need to talk about. Dominic Dijakovic against Isaiah Swerve Scott was the match of the night. I judged more than the main event, except for the ending of the main event. This was fantastic. Isaiah Swerve Scott hit some serious kicks, and Dominic Dijakovic is in my favorite three wrestlers at the moment. And he beat former Shane Strickland by pinfall. But Dijakovic is my second favorite wrestler at the moment.
Who's number one?
Ospreay.
Of course.
And number three is actually a new one, and it's Rey Fenix.
You know what I've never seen? A Will Ospreay match.
You should.
Yeah, I know. Come to OTT.
He literally sucked the mist out of Bushi's mouth this week and spat black mist in Bushi's face.
That's cool.
You basically kissed him.
I should probably Red Dragon. Are those his good matches?
Oh no, Amazing Red. Watch that one on YouTube. Okay, that's my. Okay, I'll tell it.
The OC versus Tommaso Ciampa, Keith Lee, and Matt Riddle. My gosh, fucking AJ Styles. Yeah, like wrestling in NXT. Unthinkable. Insanity.
People are saying they should be called the Goldie's Glory Bros.
Jeez. Oh my god.
That's
okay.
a good name.
It's a messy name.
But anyway, this is basically the hot tag was Matt Riddle, and Matt Riddle was a insane hot tag. He just
fucking
beat
great. I'm getting way more into him now.
Did you see his hot tag?
Yeah.
His hot tag is not like a set like a John Cena thing where like if you're on WWE 2K and you press that like hot tag button and John Cena does all this move. Matt Riddle's hot tag is just beating the piss out of people.
And it's pretty fucking good.
And then there was the best moment where Matt Riddle went for the THWP.
Yeah.
And he barely cleared the top rope and clipped his like ass off the rope and then like landed on them all. And Ryan Satin put up a photo of like Matt Riddle going over the top rope being like, what a photo. And you know the way, because Matt Riddle clipped the top rope.
Yeah.
Carl Anderson, who's by the way, as we could discuss, is the funniest guy, retweeted it and goes, for once the bro didn't get high enough.
Yeah, the fucking Keith Lee gets like fucking hits a pounce and like destroys the referee, so it kind of goes to a bit of a no contest. But the match like breaks down essentially, and fucking Finn Balor comes out, takes out Matt Riddle, and like kind of shows his support for the OC.
Basically,
but then Adam Cole fucking comes out, super kicks AJ.
Then he attacked.
Last silicon on the silicon's like bad, and Finn Balor does like the gun things to AJ, the bang thing.
Yeah.
What does it mean? Are we getting Balor Club?
Or are we getting it's crazy.
Or is like War Games gonna be like Undisputed Era, Tommaso Ciampa, OC, or what?
They did the gun thing and then Adam Cole came out.
And but it's crucial that fucking Styles did the too sweet and then Balor did the gun.
Yeah. So that's plants seed to conflict.
Oh. Assuming they're together, who knows? I just love NXT so much.
That's why I want to watch it.
It's gotten so much better recently. Like before, it was like weekly shows are good, but you didn't have to watch them. But like since moving to TV, it's just been non-stop great episodes.
Because then we're like Gargano has to face Balor.
The roster is so stacked. Anyone versus anyone, I'm like, wow, that's gonna be 5 stars.
Pete Dunne and Dominic Dijakovic and Isaiah Swerve Scott are in the mid card, and Tyler Bates in the mid card.
It's insane.
Oh my god. Anyway, on to the next, another good wrestling show.
Yeah, I gotta find the fucking
Bleacher Report.
Yeah, the Bleacher Report.
Yeah, you're not on grades.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to find the grade. It didn't come up when I typed it up.
Oh no, you get on the Google search.
I did.
There it is.
That's Full Gear.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you need to go into you need to go into the week.
I'll be fine though. Look, it's just
all right. Now the honestly,
deep dive in NXT. It's been so amazing recently. Like, forgot.
Google.
Fine, I'll Google it. I'll take Green's advice. Even though it's a big dickhead.
You need to put in the date. What date was it last week? 6th of November. 6th of November.
AEW Dynamite. 6. Bleacher.
Grades. You need to just say grades.
Report. There you go. Right. Good. I'm good at this.
Anyway.
Trent versus Pat. What the fuck is Trent?
Trent Beretta. He's in The Best Friends.
Oh, okay.
You know he's in Trent. It's Trenty Locks and.
I've only seen The Best Friends wrestle like once.
Okay, this was where there was a good match, but there was a big controversial point in this match. The fucking 3 count that was not.
Oh, this was horrendous.
It was a good match, and then it just got ruined by this.
It was just like 1, 2, didn't get a shoulder up, so referee's like, what do I do? And then like fucking Pac has to pick him up
and put him in a submission and win.
He puts him in stupid.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, it got an A. I got an A.
Who cares? Like it was okay. I think a lot of AEW is a bit overhyped, but like fucking
no, it was a good match, but the finish kind of annoyed a lot of people, and rightly so.
It's just like WWE generally. I think that what they do is they have like if it goes wrong, they just count it. Like it famously happened to Emma a couple of years ago. I think she either won or lost by accident, but fuck.
Yeah. Okay. Now on to the best bit of the show and the best.
Yeah. Second thing in, Cody Rhodes comes out.
The best promo.
Great promo.
The best promo since the pipe bomb. 100%. No.
Oh, I don't know about that, but it was a great
no,
promo.
Sorry, it was. In my opinion, it was.
Nah, Miz.
No. It's better than the Miz's promo.
I disagree with that. I don't know. The Miz was something insane. That was different. This is just really great, to be honest.
Basically, the highlights where he goes, you talk about being like silver spoon fed and all this. I read your book, which by the way you can buy on Amazon for $3 fucking. Which apparently his book is terrible.
Yeah, he's not a fucking writer. He's barely a fucking singer, Colin.
Yeah, and barely a wrestler anymore.
He's a good guy.
And so basically he goes, you want to bring my family into this, and then Cody starts choking up. And he goes, you want to talk about my dead dad? Let's talk about who's living. I work for my mom and my sister and my brother
Yeah.
and all this, and you think, like, and then he announces that if he loses the match, he will not challenge for the title anymore.
Yeah. Which, that's big step, led to a lot of people questioning. I obviously knew it was going to happen because I won the championship because of it.
It was
it's been compared a lot of time to Dusty Rhodes' The Hard Times promo, which was like a big one for Dusty Rhodes.
It was unbelievable. He
praise from everyone in the wrestling world.
He said, "I'm gonna eat you alive," and the Rock retweeted him, was like, "Yeah, passion, whatever." He named like 5 things, like passion.
And people say The Rock doesn't care about wrestling. He's there watching AEW.
It was unbelievable. I love this promo.
Fantastic promo.
This promo made me emotional.
Wow, you're a little bitch.
Yeah. if wrestling makes you emotional, then it's a fucking good segment.
Yeah, no, definitely. Best wrestling promos. Let's see what comes up.
Oh, Jay Lethal and Ric Flair.
Hulk Hogan's heel turn promo. That's a really good one.
Oh,
Austin 316.
Have you ever seen that? It's basically Jay Lethal and Ric Flair. Jay Lethal's known as like he imitated Ric Flair. And, and like there's a bit in the promo where they just start trading woos. So Jay Lethal would just be like, "Whoa!" and Ric Flair would be like, "Whoa!" and they'd just be going back and forward. I did that for a monologue.
Yeah, Austin 316 promo. Fucking incredible. The Pipe Bomb, obviously famous. I think my favourite promo is probably Daniel Bryan Miz, although it does help that I like Daniel Bryan's one of my favourites ever. That's the reason people like Miz. People hated him beforehand. Yeah, there's the Hard Times promo. Randy Savage, cream of the crop. Randy has this amazing promo before his WrestleMania 5 match, talking about Hulk Hogan. That might be the greatest feud in WWE history. It's definitely up there. It's incredible. It's such a good story, and it's so simple as well. And that's not it, but like, it's amazing. He's just talking about, "You're there, Hulk Hogan, with your hot dog and grandstanding." If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's so good. Paul Heyman's One Night Stand promo, really funny. That's really funny. That's a great show as well. The 2005 show, it's much better than 2006 show, although both are good. But that's, was it to close the show or was it in the middle of it? I can't remember, but it's really good. Chris Jericho's debut. 1004 Holds promo, that's a classic.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Can we?
Yeah.
I want to take. Well, listen. There's a guy going around Twitter trying to sign people to a promotion. This Nigerian guy.
Mark Henry's retirement speech going.
Yeah, there's this Nigerian guy on Twitter apparently, and he's going into every indie wrestlers like Twitter, and trying to book them for an event at CALWAR. I don't even know what his event is, but basically there's some random like indie wrestler, and it's just his name is Deshwan Mormon.
Yeah.
And all capitals. "I want to book this match, Calwar, our next events." Next up, "Happy birthday, Trent Acid," someone says, like an indie wrestler. And Deshwan Mormon goes, "I want to sign you both." And then some guy, there was a Fight Factory posted like a photo of them all like 3 years ago, like a progress photo. And some guy was like, "Thank you to Phil for all your hard work." And Deshwan Mormon just replies to Katie Harvey and Fight Factory, "I want to sign you."
Okay, calm down here, jeez.
Deshwan Mormon,
truly the greatest wrestling promo of all time.
Deshwan Mormon, you're a legend.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I want to look up his Twitter. I want to see how many people he tried to sign. Right, keep going.
The show wasn't particularly eventful this week. There was a Sean Spears and fucking Brandon Cutler match. Nothing really happened. The women's match was just kind of set up for the Emira Sakurai? And Rio match.
Emi Sakura.
But the main event was Hangman Page and Kenny Omega versus Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara, right? So they're having their match and it's all going okay. And all of a sudden it just kind of loses it and everyone starts coming out. Cody, like Jericho starts interfering. Cody starts making the save. Guevara and Jake beat on Page. Cody he just keeps going after Jericho, but Jericho sprinting away. MJF appears, fucking gets a chair, smashes it on everyone. Jericho gets into the ring. Cody hits him with a crossroads or whatever. Moxley fucking appears through the crowd with a baseball barbed wire baseball bat.
He starts beating up Jericho, which plants seeds for a feud.
Yeah, which will gotta happen at some stage.
Sorry.
Omega comes out and he has this fucking barbed wire broom because he's the cleaner. Santana Ortiz fucking come in. Young Bucks come in and start getting like super kick party. AEW chants, fucking of course. And it's just at the very end, I think it's fucking Nick Jackson jumps from the stage and like takes out everyone, and they all just both the good guys and bad guys separate into like a each side things. They get their cool shot or whatever for everyone's thumbnail, and then just bang, they keep attacking each other again, and then they just fucking fade to black as it ends.
Yeah,
fucking hype ending. It's really good.
It's fucking insane.
It's a really good
Two
ending.
great endings this week. This guy's the new
Well,
one.
don't forget Raw's ending.
This guy's the new Oni Loco.
Yeah.
I need you help me signing new talents to both new wrestling promotions today. Always from WWE. WWE as worst wrestling promotions we ever seen. I hate WWE.
Oh wow.
I'm trying out
Is that
for
your average AEW viewer?
I'm half tryout for MMA fighters soon.
Yeah, he's gonna get McGregor to try out, is he?
My
He's
goal-
not signing him. He's
My
trying
goal
him
is
out.
to sign every MMA fighter. What the fuck is this?
I'm assuming it's parody. You gotta calm the fuck down.
his,
Oh my god.
his bio is I love girls.
I love girls.
Don't we all, Dejuan? Don't we all?
What is? Don't we all? You're a creep. Let's talk about my little live event that I went to, because this was pretty fun. It wasn't the best one I've been to, but it was pretty neat. You've never been to a live event, have you? A WWE one I'm talking about. Nay. They're quite fun. They're pretty chill. They're obviously nowhere near the hype of like an indie show like
Who
OTT
gave you
or whatever.
tickets?
I got them off my uncle.
Nice.
Yeah. Opens with New Day, Eric, Rowan, Luke Harper, and the Revival in a three-way tag team match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship, which was quite fun. It was very comedic. I didn't realize the Revival are actually funny. Like there was bits where
Not at all, yeah. Their comedic time was great.
Revival like grabbed Big E's arm or whatever, and he's like he has it over his shoulder so he can't quite see Big E, but he just keeps like bringing it up and down on the rope, hurting Big E.
Then he switched to Dash Wilder.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh,
It was funny. It was funny. Shut the fuck up.
Never seen that before.
It was funny. Oh, fucking. Andrade defeated Sin Cara in a nothing match. Dana Brooke and Carmella defeated Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville in a nothing match. That was supposed to be for the they were having a rematch to decide who would make the SmackDown women's team on Survivor Series. They cut a nice promo beforehand, but I don't know. I love Sonya Deville. First time seeing her live, I think. It was a pity to see, like, you know, this was a bit of a shit match, to be honest. But that made me sad.
Oh, Sami Zayn interfered in this match, did he?
Okay, it was... Okay, best match of the night, right? Because it was such a cool
They gave him
moment.
15 minutes, did they?
Ali was fighting Shinsuke Nakamura, right?
Yeah.
Sami Zayn does this whole promo about how he hates Dublin, hates Guinness, all the Irish people are ugly, that sort of stuff.
He said on
That's
Twitter
great.
recently that he loved his time in Dublin.
Well, apparently he hates it. He hates it now, anyway. Obviously, at some stage, fucking... I think Ali's out on the top rope, and then Sami Zayn pushes him down or whatever, disqualification, they're beating down on him. And who comes out? But it's Daniel Bryan. It's one of my favourite wrestlers ever, Daniel Bryan. And we get Daniel Bryan and Ali fighting Shinsuke Nakamura and Sami Zayn. And it's all great. They have a really fun match, probably the best match of the night. They win, of course. The faces win in the tag team match. And then Daniel Bryan, he does something really cool that I didn't expect.
Brings back the yes man.
Yeah.
He just goes, you want me to say yes one more time?
What happened was Mustafa Ali, I call him Mustafa Ali, he keeps doing like the yes thing and everyone's doing a yes chant or whatever, and Daniel Bryan's like, I'm not that same man. And then he's like, really want me to do the yes chant. And then he reveals that if he does it that night, it would be the first time he's done it in the crowd in over a year. Like legit first time in over a year he's done a yes chant. And I was like, oh, he's gonna do it for us.
He's gonna do it for me.
Gets on the top rope, does a couple of yeses, gets down, and then does a no. It's amazing. It was so much fun. The first yes chant in over a year, and I was there. I think he did it because that's where he got injured, and initially like ended his career. Yeah, I was at the show. It was supposed to be him versus Wade Barrett, but it was like him, and it changed to a tag match where he was the hot tag.
Really injured his neck.
Yeah, it was, or at least it was like the last straw, which was a fun match. That was the first time.
Was that just before he cut the promo on Raw?
No, like it's you remember he was IC champ.
Oh yeah.
After WrestleMania 31.
Anyway,
and then intermission. Then you had Heavy Machinery, Shorty G, Apollo Crews defeated Robert Roode, Dolph Ziggler, and Bo Dallas. Fucking Otis is great. Everyone loves Otis. He's so funny. What?
Where's Bo Dallas' boy?
The Curtis Axel.
Yeah.
He wasn't there. Don't know why. Don't care, to be honest.
Shorty G dressed as a fucking basketball fan.
Yes, he was.
He's a great wrestler. He should be in a singlet.
But fucking Otis is great. Anytime, like, because they came out first, and then Shorty G came out, and he hugs me. He's like, Shorty G! Then Apollo came out, and he's like, he hugs me, he's like, Apollo! It's really funny. He's a really funny guy. Another weak match, though. the women's championship match, Bailey and Charlotte Flair. I get what they're going for. Bailey had a good promo beforehand about how shit Dublin
It's so
is.
stupid. It's so convoluted having Charlotte Flair as a face.
Yeah, the crowd were like confused on whether to cheer or not.
And
There was a fair few like woo.
Even on Raw, Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair should not be teaming together.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be fighting for the tag titles. Oh my god.
Fucking okay. Then we had the hottest match of the night easily: Roman Reigns and Baron Corbin. Like
because all the
this,
kids, all the kids love Roman Reigns.
Not just all the kids, everyone in the front, like the ringside seats, everyone stood up for this.
Oh, because you didn't know who was going to
coming
win. Like there wasn't an obvious. Well,
just for the entrances though, it was pretty crazy. It was a really solid match as well. It's your standard Roman match, but it gets big reactions.
I'd love to see Roman Reigns.
And he got cheered. I finally saw him get cheered in Ireland.
I'd love to see Roman Reigns' house show record.
Oh, he's won them all, definitely. All right, here's
Dave Meltzer always looks for reports from house shows. You should have given him a report. He puts them up all up on the website.
Really? I don't know. Maybe I'll go to another.
Oh,
all
right. Okay, but are we back on AEW?
I just want to quickly talk about WWE have issued a statement on CM Punk.
Yeah, and then I've got a bit of news we forgot. A big bit of news about a fight. You know what I'm talking about.
Nope. After nearly 6-year absence from WWE TV, CM Punk made a shocking, unannounced appearance on Tuesday night's episode of WWE Backstage, FS1's new weekly studio show. The two-time WWE champion arrived during the show's final. Hang on, is this actually saying
it?
Yeah.
It's his quote. It's as simple as this. When you think they've got the answers, I change the culture, Punk said. I'll see you next week.
Okay, don't miss Punk's headline-making return to WWE Backstage next Tuesday.
Is it always to go straight on an hour?
I don't even know if it's on the network, to be honest. Yeah, I haven't checked. Okay, that was a nothing quote. So SmackDown was next. SmackDown, going chronologically. SmackDown.
All right. I'll tell you. We'll talk about the fight news just before Full Gear, because it happened just before Full Gear.
Okay. Okay. I was gonna watch this one live, and I started watching it live, but it was after like the first two segments.
Because we thought it was gonna be the same as last week.
Done. King Corbin, great theme. It's really good remix of this theme.
They're doing it again. They're showing him down the throat.
Yeah. So after last
one good match, and then everyone was like, "Okay, we're gonna do it."
He just comes out and does the fucking worst promo I've ever heard. Like, it's crazy. Last week they barely had enough time to fit all of the fucking NXT stuff in, and here they have a 20-minute fucking promo.
They had 40. I mean, apparently there was 40 dog barks. About 40 times.
He's talking about like Roman's like
balls
and shit, and
then he said, "You're not the big dog anymore." And then he puts this like. It looks like Pete Dunne's entrance, doesn't it?
Yeah. What do you mean?
You know the dog on the screen. He put the dog on the Titantron.
Fuck.
And then he said,
that's from Roman's.
He said, "This is what I've heard. This is what I've heard you sound like now." And then it was 40 barks in the space of 2 minutes. It was literally. Ow, 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 ow. Sorry for the people who were listening.
So fucking awful. Why? I had heard a spoiler for this, and that's why I wanted to watch it live from the next match, and I was like, oh, that better be good.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Roman didn't come out, but he said it's set up a match for later tonight.
Yeah.
SmackDown Tag Team Championship match, New Day versus Revival. I came into this and I was like,
New Day had a
it's UK, isn't it? Oh, I guess New Day are winning, aren't they? Because it's always a title.
No, but New Day had you knew as soon as New Day had a promo backstage, and they were like, "We're fine for." There was a bit of comedy. Sorry, I can't remember what it was, but then they were. It was.
Don't drop the soap.
Yeah.
Biggie said about Xavier.
And as if he's in prison.
Yeah. Exactly.
But then they revealed that they have wristbands with XW on them.
Huh.
Where they had Xavier Woods up.
Yeah. This was such a fucking boring match. This crowd were not into this at all.
Which is strange to say about a match.
New Day won, and I'm like, okay, fine.
All right, now we've got to change. Okay.
But then, who comes out through the crowd in the worst camera segment I've seen in WWE in a long time? Imperium.
No.
It was Imperium.
No, this was the Imperium came out in the later match. Imperium came out during Heavy Machinery. Yeah.
Oh, that's the next event, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay, fucking...
No, not
what?
No, they came out later. There was a segment later.
Anyway, because I watched this live as it was happening. Did I fall asleep during this next bit?
Yeah. Sami Zayn basically came out and said, "I have someone who wants to team with Nakamura," and it was Cesaro. It was towards the end. Like.
Wow, I must have fallen asleep. Thanks, King Corbin.
Anyway, the first.
Yeah, okay, it's Sami Zayn and Ali. Shorty
G and Ali versus Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah, Sami Zayn, obviously the manager. Sami Zayn's trying to get like loads of people on the side. I guess he's trying to make
Oh, sorry.
moments after NXT.
Yeah, that's happened in the middle.
Fucker. And Heavy Machinery came out, right? And it's just straight away it's fucking
Bleacher Report's fault.
Imperium come out. Fucking no reaction. I was so disappointed.
Because I thought they were all going to be indie fans, but it turns out it's just kids that can't get.
But no, when he came out in Raw and they did the theme, everyone's like singing along. Da, 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 da,
yeah, but
and it's the same crowd.
Because it's the best theme tune in wrestling.
It's fucking amazing. But it's what the fuck, man?
Yeah, anyway.
No reaction, and maybe it's because of the camera. You could not make out who anyone was. It was all their backs the whole time.
And then they made them look like pussies by running away. Because they're supposed to be German, Austrian. The mat is sacred. Fucking dictator.
The ring general, like.
Yeah, and they come in, and then they have to be run away by who was it? Who was it who ran them away?
I think it was the
Shorty G, Ali, and Machinery, and all that sort of stuff. Anyway. Next segment.
Like Walter's so cool. Don't use him like this.
You debut Walter like that. You debut Walter in the Rumble. Anyway.
Okay. Skip past the Ali.
No. Because that was when Sami Zayn was like, Daniel Bryan, you should join us.
Yeah, that happens later.
No. He said here. This was during this match.
Yeah, I know. He said that last week as well.
But then Daniel Bryan stood on the ramp and watched this tag match, and then. When the match finished and Cesaro and Sam Nakamura and Cesaro won, didn't they?
Yeah.
And he looks at the ramp and Daniel Bryan just walks backstage.
Yeah. No, there's not much to it. I thought there was nothing to the match. I'll watch it later.
Anyway.
Nikki Cross versus Sasha Banks did nothing for me at all.
Banks has the Snoop Dogg theme song now.
Yeah, it's alright.
Yeah.
It's I like the lighting in it. The lighting's cool.
Yeah.
And like everything goes dark and there's a spotlight or whatever. It looks pretty neat, but I don't know. I still like her blue hair a lot. I think it really suits her.
Anyway.
Fucking not the best match.
Nope.
And Bailey attacked Cross afterwards.
Oh yeah, and then no, sorry.
And then who comes out? But only Shayna, bloody Baszler.
Shayna Baszler came out, but again, I'm pretty positive that Bailey attacked. Did Lynch came?
Lynch didn't come after this, no.
That was on Raw. Sorry. Yeah. Anyway, Bailey got attacked by Shayna Baszler.
Yeah.
Sasha Banks got attacked. So.
Okay, so the Daniel Bryan and Sami
Zayn after.
Yeah, they're backstage and they're just talking or whatever. Like, you should join me or whatever. There's a little flicker in the lights.
And
at first.
Sami Zayn's like, I'm gonna dip.
Yeah. Then the lights just go out, come back on. It's all red, and fucking Fiend attacks Daniel Bryan.
This is where I was about to talk about about Survivor Series.
Yeah, go on.
Because apparently Daniel Bryan was scheduled to take the title off Nakamura.
But that was just an idea someone had. I saw that on Twitter, like Reddit.
No,
like,
apparently that was.
I really don't think that was a
report. And then he was going to be in the trip to Roddy and AJ, but now I think the Fiend is set up. But the Fiend, there's news came out that the Fiend is scheduled to face the Miz at Starrcade.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the view.
That's fine. That's just the glorified house show that they streamed the last hour of.
Yeah, so basically, I think the feud that we care about is Bryan versus the Fiend. Is what's going to happen.
But I was kind of hoping this would happen after Survivor Series.
Yeah,
I like the Survivor Series card is stacked enough with NXT in there. I don't see the need for it, especially anything that isn't like a brand warfare type thing.
I'll talk through this before Kieran gets very angry. Tyson Fury came out and said, "I want to wrestle again." Monster Among Men came out and was like, he said he's going to have. Tyson Fury was like, he's fighting Deontay Wilder in February. And he said, I'm going to fight Braun Strowman again. They came face to face with her. Braun Strowman was like, next time we fight, we should be tag team partners. That was a good impression.
Keep going.
Anyway, and Braun Strowman was taken aback when he was open to it. And then the B team came out and knockout punch and power slam.
Yeah.
And the segment. They're going to be a tag team. Great. Fucking Braun Strowman, another celebrity match on WrestleMania.
Yes. Hey, if Braun Strowman gets that same level of pyro, fuck it.
Braun Strowman's summers are always great, and then he turns into a jobber comedy wrestler.
What did he do this summer?
I don't know, but he doesn't matter.
He just had that amazing feud with Roman Reigns, and he hasn't had a feud that's even nearly recaptured.
I think the last match that was great of his was the Fatal 5-Way at SummerSlam.
What's the last one?
Oh, remember that? Remember that Fatal 5-Way? Samoa Joe, Lesnar.
Balor.
No, wait. Was it?
Balor was in there.
Cena was in there, wasn't he?
No, I don't think so. Carmella, Daniel Brooke versus Manuel Sonya. Just as good as the one I saw at the live event.
It's because they got attacked backstage.
Oh, I fucking love Sonya.
So they had the match they should have had last week.
I wish they'd give Sonya more to do, man.
Was this basically the same as the house show?
Yeah, in many ways.
It was literally the same matches.
Yeah, well, they've been doing this for years. It's fucking King Corbin and Roman Reigns. Like, literally, was it earlier this year that they had the McMahons come out and be like, "Oh, we're sorry about Baron Corbin, guys."
Yeah. Oh,
And he's
they were
already
like, get
on
in your
top.
corner.
Yeah, fucking shite.
Anyway, Ziggler and Rude.
Corbin won.
Ziggler and Rude and all that sort of shit happened ringside. Maybe Ziggler, Rude, and Corbin will form a stable. Will dominate the heel side of things.
Fuck off! I don't.
Nope.
Why isn't this building the fucking Survivor Series? Surely Reigns would be the captain of his team.
I don't know.
If Rollins is the captain of the
I don't
Raw.
know.
They've announced the full Raw team if you want to see it, by the way.
I've heard it's McIntyre, Rollins.
Orton, Ricochet,
Good team.
and Kevin Owens.
Seth Rollins. Oh, Kevin Owens, yeah.
I don't know. I see fucking Rollins and I see Ricochet. I don't see anyone else in that team.
I see Rollins turning on them.
We can dream.
Yeah, I really
We
hope.
can dream.
Rollins just goes, oh my god, imagine. They're all... There's, like one team's out of the ring. They're all standing in a line. Like, there's like three of them like left. Him, Ricochet, and... Because they had to be babyface. Him, Ricochet, and Kevin Owens were like standing. And like, SmackDown or NXT are on the ground.
Yeah.
And they're all... Oh no, NXT are on the ground. So basically, maybe SmackDown gets jobbed out here. And basically...
Again.
No, maybe SmackDown, like... Because SmackDown's not really going to win this. Let's be real.
NXT should.
No, NXT are on the ground, right? So it's basically like 2v3. Or it's 1v3, maybe one NXT guy's left. And there's 3 Raw guys. And they're standing like in a line. Rollins steps back. Steel chair. Smack. The replay of the Shield heel turn.
I don't know if I want the exact same.
No, that would be unreal. Ricochet, Owens and thing. And like Adam Cole's on the ground. Or Tommaso, or someone's on the ground. So Rollins has a chair in his hand.
Then does Rollins go to NXT full time?
Yeah, he pulls back and
But
smashes
do
them
we
with a
really
chair.
want NXT to be just guys from the main roster though?
It's not going to be, but imagine the
But
reaction.
like no, because you have Styles there who's going to be there for a little bit. It seems he might be on War Games. We have Balor there.
Imagine
Can't
the
be putting
imagine
Seth
the-
Rollins in there as well.
Imagine the reaction you get.
Like it'd be a decent reaction. I don't know.
Anyway, I think it'd be cool.
I just don't want NXT to just be full of the main roster guys because I think that's a bit of a waste, especially for someone who like hasn't been pushed or whatever. What are you doing?
I want to look up a news story.
Oh, sorry. Okay, sure.
Because it was one of the news stories that dominated this week. Basically, just a little sub story. Chris Jericho just after Full Gear had his birthday party in Jimmy Seafood where they all
out of it.
and John Moxley was there.
Yeah, was he?
A few
Well,
hours.
that makes sense.
A few hours after the fight.
This is deathmatch. We'll talk about
Yeah,
that later.
but anyway, okay. Cassidy Haynes at Body Slammed on it reported of a physical altercation that took place on Thursday night between AEW commentator Excalibur and Jimmy Havoc. The report took place at Jimmy's Famous Seafood in Baltimore. They had another party beforehand. It was a birthday celebration for Tony Schiavone. Did you hear this?
No, I didn't
Listen
know.
to this. From Haynes' initial report, I was told some point during the altercation, Jimmy Havoc threw a punch at Excalibur but missed, which this is crazy, you'll laugh in a minute, which led to Excalibur putting Havoc in a chokehold that put him to sleep. Alice Security stepped in and got Excalibur to release the chokehold. However, the incident was not over because when Havoc came to once again, he woke up, threw a punch at Excalibur, this time he connected. This resulted in a pull-apart brawl between the two until Alice Security could break it up and escort Jimmy Havoc outside. He was obviously had a few drinks. There was a
It's
video
very
during
fucking
the night.
scummy of him, isn't it?
No, both of them.
Well, Havoc threw the first one.
Yeah, well then Excalibur put him to sleep.
That's
he
fucking
missed the
defense.
punch. Once outside, a member of Alice Security was attempting to calm and intoxicate Jimmy Havoc down, but this was interrupted when Excalibur came outside to try and talk things out. Jimmy was still upset and not wanting to talk, and he was said to have thrown his cell phone in the direction of Excalibur, missing him but not the wall, as his phone broke into pieces. Fuck. Security again separated the two, leaving Excalibur back in while they waited for an Uber to pick up Havoc and take him back to the hotel. Havoc then watched AEW Full Gear at a viewing party with Matt Riddle's house.
Matt Riddle.
Yeah. There was a video. But anyway,
That's fairly shitty, Jimmy Havoc.
You know the way Tony Khan, he was drunk. You know the way
That's not an excuse.
You know the way Tony AEW is coming to Dynamite on January 15th. Anyway,
AEW's going to Dynamite.
AEW Dynamite is coming to Miami. Anyway,
As long as
The Rock to AEW confirmed Miami. Anyway, basically, you know the way Tony Khan does them like post media scrums.
Yeah.
He's really good because they asked him about the fight. He was asked about the fight during the post Full Gear, and he goes, "I wouldn't call it a fight. I've seen a lot worse in the world of football, both in England and the NFL. I've seen a lot worse in the world of football. I've seen a lot worse, and I saw a lot worse than tonight. They scrapped around and it was cool yesterday. It was cool today, so they're all good.
Mm.
And then some guy goes, "Would you say this is going to count on Excalibur's win-loss record?" And he goes, "I call it a draw."
Still, it's fairly shitty, Jimmy Havoc. I gotta say.
Sure. Anyway,
just because you're a big Jimmy Havoc market prick.
Full Gear.
AEW Full Gear. I didn't get to watch this full show, but most of I got to watch the matches that I wanted to watch the most, and I got to watch highlights of most of the stuff.
My MVP of the night was the two guys in the death match and Ray Phoenix.
That match I didn't enjoy that at all. Gotta say.
Why?
Oh, I'll get onto it. In the buy-in, the one match in the buy-in, because they bumped. I don't like that they bumped Sean Spears and Jelena onto the main card. But Dr. Britt Baker versus Bea Priestley. Just be. Fuck! What is wrong with me? I keep doing that.
You're pronouncing a lot of names wrong.
I know.
Did you hear the promo beforehand? You just be sitting on a chair, just going, "All you are is a fucking dentist." That's literally the line. All you are is and apparently Cody Rhodes came out before this and said that Britt Baker did his entire match with him.
Yeah, she was sick or some shit. Yeah, it's crazy. I think it's the best women's match on AEW so far.
Adam Cole tweeted, "I'm so proud of Britt."
Yeah, I do think it's. Oh yeah, they're fucking married. Oh, they are both looking. Adam Cole's good looking, and so is Britt Baker. They're both good. Like
Adam Cole,
lucky guys and girls.
Adam Cole was on an AEW video package by accident.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway,
but this was actually, I thought, the best women's match we've gotten in AEW so far.
The Rio and Sakura match was fantastic. You didn't see it, but it was fantastic.
No, I did watch it.
The last 10 minutes was
the last 10 minutes was great.
Anyway, Baker...
I mean, more up to this point.
This was strange what happened afterwards, though.
Yeah, it was Awesome Kong and Brandy Rhodes came out.
Basically, Britt Baker won with the lockjaw.
Yeah, but then Kong just attacks Priestley and cuts her hair off?
Cuts her hair off and puts it on her belt.
So is Brandy going for a...
But she attacked a heel.
Is she going for a Stephanie thing?
She attacked a heel.
Yeah.
No, she's a voodoo woman. It's literally what it is. They're attaching hair to the belt of Awesome Kong. And Brandy Rhodes has a veil over her face. Yeah.
What? It's so odd.
She attacked a heel. What? She didn't attack Britt. She attacked the heel. So she's...
Is she trying to be a badass anti-hero?
I don't care. I don't like him. I'm intrigued. In the same way that I'm intrigued to watch how NXT unfolds.
Yeah. I'm
intrigued for different reasons to watch what the fuck is Brandy Rhodes gonna do.
Yeah.
The thing last
very odd.
We can agree that the thing was the thing that she did last week where she attacked another heel backstage and just went like this in the camera.
Yeah.
That was strange. So if you can, obviously it's a podcast, you can't.
I do like Brandy Rhodes as a person. She seems very nice. I like everything she said. I agree with her on a lot of stuff.
But I don't. Some of the stuff she said.
What did she say?
I think, wasn't it some she was talking, there was some so I don't remember exactly, but I remember there was some controversy over some of her comments before the first show.
Get it out with me. But I don't know. She hasn't been the best on TV. Brandy. Maybe she'd be better backstage.
Brandy Rhodes mistakes. I don't want
controversy. Controversy. That's not how you spell controversy.
It's not how you spell it, yeah.
Brandy Rhodes did it. That's about her push.
She said something. I remember people were she shouldn't have a mic. Oh yeah, she released
overcoming racism.
No.
Wants more black executives.
No, I remember.
Very controversial, isn't that right?
No, it was something she came out with a statement. People were just take the social media off, or she's. It's probably got in the past now, but I'm interested to see what happens.
Yeah.
But she's not the best marketing. She's not the best at marketing.
I'll filter it in Squared Circle and see if anything comes up while we talk.
She has definitely said some questionable things since she became the chief brandy officer. Anyway, next match.
Did you call it chief brandy officer?
That's what she calls herself.
That's funny.
She calls herself.
Yeah, no, that's funny.
Oh, I wish I didn't tell you that she called herself that. Yeah. It sounded cool. Anyway,
but no, you fucked it.
Anyway, opening match. This was a bit.
Alright.
Proud and Powerful versus the Young Bucks.
Yeah. Proud and Powerful. What a shit.
Just call yourself PAX.
Yeah.
Puerto Rican Latinx. I don't know.
Yeah, this was much less spot based than I feel a lot of the Young Bucks matches, which is definitely interesting.
Right. Since they've gone to AEW, in their last 3 years they've been very good at telling storylines. They sell a body part. Nick Jackson sold his leg.
Yeah, the leg. The leg was the big one. And then they're going for the Meltzer driver and he collapses or something, right?
And then they capitalise, but the first bit of Santana, Ortiz's sell on the super kick.
Yeah.
What did you think? The Dolphin.
Look. He's hyper, isn't he?
He got kicked and he's like... It was funny. It was cool. Anyway, yeah, they basically were selling the leg. It was a great storyline match.
Yeah, well, it wasn't great. It was a good story.
And normally it's Matt who sells a body part like his back. Apparently he has bad back issues anyway.
Are they actual brothers?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, look at them.
I don't fucking know. I
They're
don't
actual brothers. They're Nick. They're actually called Nick Jackson. Anyway.
I was told that I was like Jack Leeson.
No, anyway. What? By what? That
By-
are not brothers.
No, that I look like Jack Leeson.
Oh, I thought you said you were told by Jack Leeson that the Young Bucks are... Yo, the Young Bucks aren't brothers, bro.
Hey, Jack Leeson, have you seen the Young Bucks wrestle? Yeah, fucking...
Anyway, basically they...
Solid match.
But no, basically they got... Normally it's Matt selling the body part, but this time it was Nick, and it was interesting. And then he got crocked, and then they hit the... I love it, the name of the finisher move, the Street Sweeper. It's a great blockbuster. And they won, and then they started like... Sammy Guevara came down, because he's a vlogger. He does good vlogs.
Sure, yeah.
And he actually, I watched him. He was
was
vlogging them like beating up the Young Bucks.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the Rock and Roll Express get into the ring, and they
They're
turn
still
the time.
there.
And Ricky Morton, who's 70 years of age, insists on blading himself all the time. They fought in New Japan this year. Did a fucking Canadian Destroyer, which I have found out that the Canadian Destroyer is a move that it's all on the guy who's taking the move. Like the person who's doing the move doesn't have to do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks.
Well, that's a lot
did
of
you
it.
not see them? Did you not see when he did it?
But that's like when it's
The Young
suplex,
Bucks-
like they don't actually lift them up. The
No,
person jumps
The
over.
Young Bucks turned him. Did you see
Yeah.
that? He did a Canadian Destroyer, and then he did a really good dive. Fucking hell. And they cleared the ring. So Ricky what's his name? Is it Gibson? Ricky Morton hit a Canadian Destroyer and
I think anytime I hear Ricky Morton, I just think of Rick and Morty.
yeah. And apparently the LAX versus the Rock and Roll, like what are they called?
Express.
The Rock. I keep getting them mixed up with the Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty. The Rock and Roll.
The Rock Rollers.
Yeah. But anyway, apparently
They're actually decent. Jannetty's not the best in it, but I've been watching a bit of old school WWF stuff recently.
Apparently, on WrestleMania weekend, the best match of the weekend was LAX versus the Rock and Roll Express.
Did you not see Kurt Angle versus Baron Corbin?
Yes. Sorry.
Yes, I did.
Oh, I'm
You've
sorry.
changed nothing.
Anyway, okay.
Oh, okay.
The LAX get the win, which was the sign of things to come, wasn't it? For the Inner Circle.
Yeah, basically.
And the Rock and Roll Express, I hope they don't come onto the roster, but
Man, Young Bucks gotta have not the best ones lost record this
Young
stage.
Bucks
They
got their
always
feet
be
back, but
losing.
they're having fantastic matches.
They're having good match. They in a similar way to Matt Riddle haven't blown me away yet. There's only been one or two really standout matches from AEW so far, I think. Mainly being Cody Rhodes, Dustin Rhodes.
Yeah. This next match was meant to be the rubber match, but
Wasn't very good, I thought.
apparently, according to this week, we're getting it again on Wednesday. For no reason. This week we're getting Pac and Hangman
I
in a
just didn't
rematch
think
when
it
it's
was very good, to be honest.
when it's 2-1 to Hangman.
I like Pac a lot, especially his character. I think he's really good as a character.
I love American people calling him the bastard because like it's not like in the context
The
when
bastard?
when an English person calls him a bastard, it's like the bastard, and probably English American audience are like, oh, how dare he? It's like,
But
it was a great
one
match.
though.
it was a good match. Pac.
I didn't think it was that good. I thought it was just okay. I thought it was pretty underwhelming, to be honest.
It was given 20 minutes. It was great. It was a good match. Pac countered the Pac countered the buckshot lariat early into a really sweet super kick.
Yeah. Is your nose going again?
And the finish came when like Pac went for the red arrow, but Paige crotched him on the top and hit like the fall away slam, and then
The Dead Eye.
Pac went for the brutalizer, and that put Kenny Omega away in 10 seconds. But Hangman crawled to the edge of the rope,
Yeah.
and then he blocked a low blow, hit him with the dead eye, which is like a reverse tombstone.
Clean win as well.
So it's 2-1 to Paige, which should have been the end, but apparently they're going to go 2-all tonight. I'm assuming Pac will win tonight.
It's hard to tell. I don't know if Pac should have lost his. Maybe it's because I'm not the biggest Page fella, but I do prefer.
He's going to
Pac.
turn heel.
Yeah, they should have.
They don't need another person in the Inner Circle.
They don't need another heel though, do they?
No.
They've gotten so fucking many of them. They're all heels.
I want to say we're getting an unbelievable promo tonight. You do realize we're gonna get a promo that like could rival all these promos we've been talking about.
Probably not.
With no.
MJF, yeah, it'll be a good heel.
No.
promo. But I found the best promos aren't necessarily heel promos.
No, his heel promo is going to be unreal.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be decent.
No, it's going to be fantastic.
Joey Janela versus Sean Spears. But this was going to be on the buy-in, and it probably should have stayed there, to be honest.
It's the start of a feud.
Didn't really do much, did it?
I don't know why. Sean Spears is called the chairman.
Yeah, because he hit him with a chair, remember?
Yeah, and he's sitting on the ramp with a chair as his entrance. It's a good entrance, to be fair, but...
I'm just waiting for Tully Blanchard to get here. Not Tully Blanchard, he's there. For Tessa Blanchard to get her in here, man.
Oh, it's not. She's winning the Impact World title.
Injected in my veins! Yeah, I know, but...
She's going to do... She is having the run of her life in Impact, and it's
fantastic. Oh, yeah, it's incredible.
It's actually the best storyline.
I want her versus Charlotte.
Sami Callihan is unbelievable. It's not.
That's looking like it's going to main event the Bound for Glory, isn't it?
Bound for Glory's over.
Which is the next one, Slammiversary?
No, I think so, maybe. But Bound for Glory just happened.
Destination
Sami Callihan just won the world title.
Do you have Showcase on Sky?
No.
Okay,
I do. Yeah, there's all TNA, isn't there?
There's nearly every weekday night they show loads of really weird indie promotions.
Guess what I watched?
It's pretty great because I just flicked it on and it's fucking like Grado versus Session Mark Martin. I'm like, huh?
Oh yeah, guess what I watched last week?
Go on.
It was the X Division, the X Division match where they're like on ropes.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking of, like the two X's there. Yeah.
No, yeah, I watched that match with Austin Creed.
Oh wow.
Versus Amazing Red.
There you go.
Versus Alex Shelley. Versus Chris Sabin. They're two members of the greatest tag team of all time. The Motor City Machine Guns. The reason why most of the tag teams we watch today are wrestling. And they're returning.
I don't know if I call them the greatest tag team.
No, apparently they're the reason why the Young Bucks fight. They're the reason why LAX. They're the reason why the Rascals.
Greatest.
Oh, we're not. Come on.
Team.
Anyway. Versus Alex Shelley versus Chris Sabin versus Amazing Red versus Xavier.
They're no Hardy Boys like.
Xavier Woods versus there was someone else that we were Jeff Jarrett.
The New Day might be the greatest.
It was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. Unbelievable match. It was on like so when them like old things that show like old TNA and all that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Bushwhackers, Superpowers. I'll go straight to the bottom. What does Psy.com rank as the best tag team of all time? Legion of Doom / Road Warriors. Really, they never really get talked about.
Look at Motor City Machine Guns later and watch them.
Yeah, I might do. Edge and Christian's a good shout. Heart Foundation, they're good. Rock and Roll Express, Dudley Boys, Outsiders, Hardy Boys, the Midnight Express, Fabulous Freebirds. They're an influential one.
Which is look up on YouTube Motor City Machine Guns.
Yeah, we'll do it. The Wild Samoans, huh? British Bulldogs are fucking great. Harlem Heat.
These are all like there's no indie. There's no like these were fantastic tag teams and they were fantastic in Japan as well.
Yeah, these are all classics though. Can't beat that.
Anyway, let's go.
Yeah, the Rockers.
Anyway,
this match didn't do much.
Tully Blanchard did helped Spears do an assisted.
Yeah, he distracted the official.
He did an assisted pile driver on the fucking concrete.
Yeah,
and then hit Spears hit the Death Valley driver for the win. And they're gonna continue this feud.
Yeah. I hope not.
It is when the heel wins first. They continue a feud.
Yeah, I know, but I hope not. You don't have to have the face win every time or whatever.
Anyway, okay, let's go.
Because it just didn't really do much for me.
Yeah, this was a great
Tag Championship match. SCU versus Private Party versus the Lucha Bros. This was good.
This is where my fancy booking comes in, and this is where I say that Phoenix is in my top 3 favorites.
Christopher Daniels, he's back. No. Got injured in the first round, didn't he?
Can we build that up, please? Talk about the match.
The match was good. I enjoyed it.
Okay, the best moment of this match was where it spilled to the outside.
Yep.
One of the Private Party hit that corkscrew dive.
Mm-hmm.
Phoenix's dive, where he jumped from like one edge of the rope to the other. That was the most creative jump to the outside I've ever seen.
Yeah,
it was unbelievable. He's actually, do you see the move where like Scorpio Sky is about to like jump over the top rope, and Phoenix just does the tightrope walk really fast and just kicks him in the face? That's amazing. My dad was like, he's my favorite top rope walker since The Undertaker.
Taker's one is great.
No, but this one is arguably like he sprints across the top rope.
Yeah,
and kicks him in the face. And this is where my fancy booking comes in, because Ray Phoenix, Dominic Dijakovic, and Will Ospreay are my top 3 favorite wrestlers at the moment. What I want is a year down the line.
Ray Phoenix, really?
Yeah, he's literally he's the best wrestler in the world.
You just said top 3.
Not top, yeah, but I don't know how I'd order him, because Ray Phoenix is really hot right now. Okay. But anyway, a bit down the line, Pentagon and Phoenix. So I don't know how they do it, but Pentagon turns on Phoenix and they build to Phoenix and Pentagon's the champion at the time. I think it
Yeah.
should, or Pentagon wins the title, and we should get Pentagon versus Phoenix at a main pay-per-view in the main event for the title. That would be fucking insane.
Don't know. See what happens.
Pentagon versus Phoenix would be.
I don't know if it probably wouldn't be for the title. Usually when tag teams break up, it's never for the title.
Oh, I think alright, Pentagon versus Phoenix in like a Mexican death match.
See,
Fuck.
I don't know. Sure.
I'm sorry, Phoenix is unbelievable.
I don't know too much about either. So to be honest.
No, but you've seen Phoenix's stuff. He's crazy, and I'm gonna be seeing him live.
Yeah, he's alright.
I'm gonna be seeing him live at the end of the month. Can't. They just announced Pentagon, Ray Horace, and Phoenix versus the Modern Hype.
Yeah, for outer space Odyssey.
It's a really big task for Modern Hype to keep up, but they're gonna be. It's putting them on the map even more.
Yeah. Yeah, this was a good match, and it's good to see Christopher Daniels back.
Okay, so basically, well, the private party are very good. Let's give them a
Yeah.
call.
Okay, lights go out. Come back on.
no,
There's a second Pentagon in the ring.
Sorry, we've SEU won with the SEU later. That's a great move. SEU later, and then the lights come down. Then you see, and we're like, "Is this a new return?" But then you see he hits the Angel's wings.
Yeah, and takes off the mask. Christopher Daniels, not Jericho this time. Remember, it was Jericho.
Yeah.
Was that New Japan?
No, that was all in.
Oh shit! Yes, it was.
Anyway, he takes out the mask and he tries to go after him, but they pull him back. So that's
Yeah.
right. It's a continuation of the storyline.
Next we had our women's championship match: Rio versus Emi Sakura.
Slow start, great end.
Took a while to get into, yeah, because I'm not, as you may know if you listen to this, I'm not the biggest Rio fan so far.
We are.
But fucking the last 10 minutes of this were great. In fairness,
yeah,
sure, they really pulled it off.
She keeps winning with roll ups.
Fair enough. She's pretty small.
Yeah, good
Like
gutsy roll. I haven't even seen her. I think her finisher is all them knees. You know them like the meteors and all that.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Very very good ending though. It like the first like third, nah. Second, third, okay, and then third. This is
a Freddie Mercury gimmick should really be a face gimmick, but it's really weird. I haven't really seen it. It hasn't really worked.
I don't know. Most people who come off the indies, like whether they're heel or face, they just get cheered because they have an interesting gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
Gives a shit.
Rio won with the high stakes roll, high stack roll.
Yeah. Sure. Still champion. No one expected any title change here, and I think you would be stupid to expect a title change throughout the show at all. To be perfectly honest, only a moron.
I didn't expect the title change. I expected Cody to win by DQ.
Oh, you fool!
I thought Cody was going to win by DQ.
Oh, my wrestling podcast champion.
I did a page with that belt.
Did you know? Yeah, I'm assuming someone come on your face. Yeah, is that it?
Yeah. Oh no! Cut that out.
No, because then I have to edit it. That takes way too long. AEW Championship match: Cody versus Chris Jericho.
For your information, I did not do a page with the belt.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's no shame. Well, you are a big weirdo, so here's a little bit of shame. Cody Rhodes versus Chris Jericho, or it's just Jericho now, isn't it? For the AEW Championship, this could have gone 60 minutes. Only went 30. Good decision. It was very much like
the judges were Dean Malenko. It was Jericho's best feud. They were him and Malenko were like the original WCW cruiserweights.
Yep. Arn Anderson and the Great Muta.
Great Muta was fucking. That was a surprise. He had amazing matches with
These were announced a while ago.
Yushin Liger.
Yeah.
Great feud, but Dean Malenko looked old. He was rough.
It's almost like he is old. He's
no, he
one
looked
of the classics though.
Anyway,
this was
the spark point of this match was, did Cody do that dive on purpose?
I don't know. If he did, fuck out of here. No. If he Jericho's outside. The ramp's like up, I guess, or whatever. It's not like
it's like a TNA ramp.
Yeah. So Cody does this like massive Kenny Omega type jump over the ropes.
No, it wasn't. It was just a dive. Yeah, it was just a dive through the middle rope. No, it was through the middle rope.
Oh, it's through the middle. Yeah,
it was
through the middle rope. Hits his fucking
goes
eye
like that. He goes
off the ramp, and his blood is everywhere. Now, I can't he didn't land on Jericho, right?
Oh, he completely missed it. I think he did it on purpose.
Was he supposed to land on Jericho?
No, but Jericho moved out of the way.
So Jericho moved. So Cody must have purposely not put his hands in front of his face.
No, he did. He just went down. He went like that and went down. He purposely shifted his weight down.
If this is purposeful, fucking get out of the company. Stop wrestling, because you cannot do that headshot with the chair a couple months ago and now fucking this. Are you kidding me?
I think
you're gonna get yourself killed.
Mm.
And it's so frustrating to watch. It
was a great storyline match.
Yeah, no, it was a solid story. It was just Cody just refused to give in.
No. The best bit was
he's not cleared now as well.
Oh no, he has a problem with his ribs. His ribs are broken or something. He has a condition.
His eye as well.
No, but there's a condition with his ribs or an abdominal condition.
Yeah.
But anyway, the one of the moments in this match where Jericho goes over to his mother, Cody's mother.
Yeah.
And she slaps him very hard.
Adam Page is also a little bit injured though.
No, but she slaps him very hard.
Yeah, like proper. I guess he was just like, yeah, fuck that.
And then Cody drives him into the barricade, assuming like I think he squashed his man's legs.
8 stitches to close the head wound.
And
the road.
he has a what's it called? It was called
The crossroads.
No, the condition with his ribs. It's
I don't know if it says.
No,
it says rib injury.
No, it says up there. Costochondrial separation of the ribs. I think that's like the muscle
seriously,
between your ribs.
Shouldn't be doing this. Like that's awful.
Yeah. And anyway, he Jericho.
Maybe they kept the fucking ramp up that far so that he wouldn't have to go too far down to hit it or something.
Maybe
that's too cynical though.
Jericho made a weightlifting belt because Cody's thing is weightlifting belts that had Le Champion on it. Anyway, Jericho put him in like the walls of Jericho and all that, and then he put him in the line tamer, and MJF
comes out, throws him.
No, he was already. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
he was already out there.
He fought Jack Hager.
Jake Hager got thrown out. Jake Hager got you're not doing well today.
No.
Jake Hager got thrown out, and then he like flattened MJF.
Yeah.
And then MJF came in the ring. He threw on the towel, and they came into the ring, and MJF was on the ground like crying, like, "No, Cody, no!" And he was like, "It's okay."
We're not going to talk about Raw this week, will
they hugged him. We've talked a little bit about it.
Yeah.
Walter. Right, we'll talk about that. Anyway, he hugged him, and then kicking the balls.
Get balls. Wow. Did they pull the trigger too early? I think they might have. What are you looking at?
We don't have time. We have 10 minutes. Anyway.
Yeah.
No. He's gonna join. He's gonna depend on what his heel promo is, but if he joins in the circle and Jericho goes, "I love your scarf," that'd be fucking nuts.
Like
MJF is one of the best heel promos out there.
It was such a decent build. I just feel like maybe this could have gone a bit longer. And you're like Kevin Owens and Jericho, for example, the way everyone knew they were going to turn, and they teased it like 50 times. But then when it eventually did, it was just so much more perfect.
They did that as well. Here.
I know, but I feel like it could have gone longer than it did.
Did you see this? I have a feeling that I don't want to be cynical, but I think Cody's injuries are for the better. They keep him off TV for a few weeks. He has to. No,
I cannot approve that at all.
No, I'm saying in terms of storyline, he has to be off TV for a few weeks.
But you could do that anyway.
But anyway, okay.
It's just that fucking head wound. 8 fucking stitches, massive head wound. Stop. I really hope it wasn't intentional.
He'll reveal it soon. He keeps it off. He's going to be kept off TV for a few weeks. Then he's going to come. He's obviously going to do like a run.
He's not cleared to wrestle. He could have gone.
No, he won't. Leave him off. Completely disregard Cody for 4 weeks.
Yeah. Good.
Let MJF reference him and like Jericho go to him and stuff like that.
Crowd care for this. The crowd weren't very well mic'd for the whole night, but you could hear him.
And MJF was like, "It's my turn, you prick."
Yeah. Oh, and then he's walking up the ramp, and someone throws like a fucking beer or water or some shit.
And hits him square.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's a plan.
It must. The way the camera is angled.
He got scored it out. Oh no, it was a plan. Yeah.
It was definitely a plan because it's coming from. You see like the back of MJF and he's looking down the ring to Cody, and then the water comes onto him, and the camera perfectly knows exactly where it came from.
Imagine.
There's no way it was real.
Imagine if they got like a really bad thrower and he hit someone in the front row. It just hit some random person.
But great shot. That's going to be in promo packages for years. Then we had our lights out match: John Moxley versus the Cleaner, Kenny Omega. Well, he's not the Cleaner anymore, is he?
No.
Just regular old
Kenny Omega. In a lights out match.
Yeah. Right. So
I really like this.
This is the first death match I've ever seen. Do not know how to feel about it at all.
This was rough.
Just seems dangerous and ill-advised.
There were some great shots.
And I feel like it has...
Moxley's done it before. He's in CZW.
I know the Moxley's... This is his thing.
Renee Young wasn't happy.
Oh, yeah, but she's like... She knows what's happening, don't you?
No, she didn't. Moxley was definitely knew. John definitely knew John definitely knew what was going on.
Good friend, yeah.
Like 3 months before, like when they were planning like the creative for this, and Renee was like, "What are you gonna do?" A couple of suplexes.
Yeah.
And she just looks on. And he's crawling through glass. That was the best shot of the night when he was crawling. They're afraid when they
so many of these spots. I was like, fine, end the match here. It's totally fine. The fucking paradigm shift onto broken glass. and they kicks out. Fuck off. That's the ending of a match.
The best line was,
and you're telling me that's the same guy who fucking passed out in 10 seconds to the fucking Pac thing?
The best scene was...
He was on a losing streak. That's his story.
Maybe he didn't catch all of it. Apparently, it looked a lot like a fisherman hook suplex. That one. He kind of didn't drop him on his head. Anyway, but okay, so he has him.
Oh, can I just say, even if I critique this match, the Snapdragon suplex is beautiful.
Oh my god! But listen to me. Oh. One of my favorite spots when Moxley was in the figure four. Oh no, sorry, he was in some sort of like scorpion lock.
Yeah.
And it's just him crawling through the glass to get to the rope, and then you had
there was the mouse traps, the table of mouse traps.
Oh yeah, Kenny Omega rolling around to set them all off.
But he didn't set them all off, so I don't know why people.
It was a bit of a rough thing where they had Omega had Moxley hanging from the top rope with a chain around his neck.
There's just one shot of like Moxley on the ground and Kenny like does a stomp onto the barbed wire bat onto his back and there's just blood everywhere. And it's just like
and then
can't do
this. That when he went
like
this, when he went like that, he was in a lock and he went like a spot that you will love. I'm assuming that you really liked it because it wasn't like a deathmatch spot. It was a table spot. That dive,
barbed wire table?
No, the dive over the top rope.
Oh, that was good. Yeah, that was really
insane. Good. Yeah, it was. That was a very inventive use of a table.
That I really liked, and the stage was good for this as well. I like the gears. The big circle thing that said full gear that he put him through.
Yeah,
that was cool
with the V trigger.
Yeah,
and then Moxley
in the match there. That's he fucking in the match like.
You know the way. Then it was revealed on Being the Elite that Omega had something planned. He was like, guys, I want you to when I give you the signal, I want you to bring this out.
And he gives a signal and
a trampoline with barbed wire in it. And I know how he puts Moxie suplexed him into it. And people are like, why were security helping them out? This is why. By this point, they're like, we're going to stop the match. Security, please, separate them. We're not stopping the match. So they helped them out. That's how they helped them out. People are like, why they helped them out? It's not real.
What?
No, it's not realistic. So they helped them out when they're separating them, but then Moxie just starts beating up the security that's holding them back. It's like, fuck no, we're finishing this. V triggered through the light.
And then the V trigger was off. I really don't know if that's that barbed wire
spot.
Them having to actually be pulled out, I'm just like, what is this? It's not worth it, man.
I liked everything except for the last bit. Okay, so they get into the ring because I'm going to make an OTT reference here. I'm sorry. I'm always like that.
Yeah.
But it's fair enough because it's a very good comparison. They pull up the boards.
Well, they pull up the foam to reveal the boards.
And so basically, one push comes to shove.
Did they do Snapdragon onto the boards?
No. Okay. Moxley's laying on the ground, right? And Omega goes up to the top rope. And I'm going to refer back to when Katie Harvey broke her elbows. She did a dive off the top rope, landed on her elbows, and broke both her elbows. It's very serious.
Yeah.
And she didn't... It was because someone didn't catch her. Omega does a Phoenix splash, and Moxley moves out of the way, and Omega takes the full brunt of floorboards right on his two elbows and his face. No, he broke the fall with his two elbows. I have no idea how he didn't break both his arms and his nose.
You just because obviously it's my first deathmatch, so I don't have anything to compare it to. But this can't be fucking worth it. I just don't see the point. It just seems over indulgent. Any one of these spots could have finished the match and I would have been like, awesome, fine. But it just kept going and I'm like, what is the point? At what point does it just fucking nothing's affecting these guys? What was the Phoenix Splash and Moxie did a paradigm shift. Why am I supposed to believe that finishes it when a fucking paradigm shift onto broken glass doesn't?
Yeah, but listen to me.
The
Phoenix, I'm just coming back to Phoenix Splash. He could have broken both of them very badly there. And we wouldn't have Kenny Omega for him. I'm going to say that this was a death match beyond death match. And I'm going to go back to Jimmy Havoc. Jimmy Havoc death matches are very different. Because you know what relatable pain is.
Yeah.
Jimmy Havoc does death matches involve spots like standing on Lego. You know when you stand on Lego at home, you're like, yeah. Jimmy Havoc cuts people open with paper cuts, bites open a lemon with his mouth, squeezes the lemon in, and takes out a bag of salt and pours it on people's hands. Relatable pain. You've stood on a thumbtack before. He makes people stand.
See, that's bag of salt onto cuts. That's fucking sick. That's clever.
Okay, he hits people with cookie cutters, cookie trays. Fucking you can have one or two crazy ones, like a bit of barbed wire chair here, and the spots where the barbed wire was sticking into it was pretty cool. But anyway, you can't floor. I don't like exposed floorboards.
See, the one other time I've seen a match with them in all the way through was
Ciampa.
Okay. Apart from, I didn't mind it there actually.
Yeah, because it was just a DDT. It wasn't a fucking.
Yeah, and then it was Undertaker, Brock Lesnar.
Oh yeah,
which is a fantastic match of the year.
Because his head's not hitting the floorboards.
Yeah.
Anyway,
but it's just like, I don't know. There's a point where you're just like, this might not be worth it.
Main spot of Raw. Rollins comes out and calls out the best of the UK. Walter comes out. They have a match. They ruin Walter's debut.
Yep. Loses first Imperium loss. First Walter loss.
Yeah.
Was it DQ, right?
No, it was DQ.
And Billman is undefeated. Well done.
They all come out, and then Street Profits and Kevin Owens come out. And this is where we get the GIF of the week. You know the way the WWE games are glitching. We get Montez Ford. You know, did you see the game?
Yeah, shaking the ropes.
It looks like the
glitch.
Yeah. Okay, so basically they have a fatal 4-way, 8-man tag, which Rollins wins. Team Rollins wins. I don't know who they pin. Mandrews and Flash Morgan Webster debuted.
Yeah, which is interesting.
They had a match. They had a match against the Viking Raiders. The Viking Raiders won, but Mandrews didn't like. Mandrews and Flash Morgan Webster didn't really like.
I would have had bait on this or something.
Wasn't a yeah. But anyway, that brings to an end a very busy week as the rain teams down
here. Yeah. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening on Spotify. If you were listening on Spotify,
yeah,
thank you Patrick for the art.
Yeah.
Who's the guy who helped you again? Always.
Steve from the Alleged Wrestling Podcast, and they shouted us out last week.
Yeah, there you go.
And we got a little boost in viewers. So if you're here from the Alleged Wrestling Podcast, we're good.
Yeah, we're better than them.
No, we're not.
If you only have an hour and a half, watch us, not them.
We are completely not better than them, and they do it live, which is really enjoyable. And they do it on Saturdays.
Not fucked with that.
But anyway, I'm much love for the Alleged guys for helping me and Stephen. You have my password.
Yeah.
Stephen was like, shout out to Rian, and he goes to the other guys. He gave me his password. I didn't even have to ask. He's like, and Gordo was like, go on and write that he likes dick. He was like, go on and write that he likes. He was like, no, go on and say like he's a really good supporter of the Saudis.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay. So that does it for another week in wrestling. Thank you for listening. Next week, what's next week? Is there anything? Or is it just a regular week for once?
No, it's just a regular week, but we're on Spotify
crazy
now,
shows.
So, yep.
No? Okay.
I'm just delighted that we're actually on a podcast platform now.
Yeah.
Music rev. What was my recommendation? Oh yeah, New Japan put up from their summer. They had the Super J Cup in America, and the first round match was Ospreay versus Amazing Red, 35-minute match. Amazing Red was working with an injury, and he still is, and he's semi-retired, and that one of the best matches I've seen this year. 5 stars by Dave Meltzer. YouTube for free. If you have a half an hour, watch it. Ospreay Amazing Red. Because Amazing Red was the reason that a lot of people got into wrestling.
Yeah.
And this is a match that Ospreay really wanted.
Well, is that the match that got his son into wrestling? Meltzer?
Yeah, I think so. But fantastic. That's my recommendation for this week.
There you go. And I will recommend Colder Than Ice by Pond. That's a good song. There you go. What else is on? Anything on TV? Rick and Morty's back.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine announced season 7.
Yeah, that's good.
Season 7 or 8.
Is there anything else?
Which is really cool. But
The Mandalorian. Disney Plus is out this week in America. Cannot wait for The Mandalorian.
And they just announced Scooby-Doo's coming out in the summer.
There you go.
And the trailer, the animated film from when they met each other, and it looks like it warmed my heart when the trailer came out. It was a really nice trailer, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was beautiful. And IKEA is mentioned. Remember, he's like, he's just like, we're in. IKEA? He's like, did you? No, I didn't say IKEA. I meant.
All right. So, I have been your host, the Hallway Wrestling Podcast champion, the Immaculate Kieran Brennan, and with me as always,
the man of genetics forgot your former Hallway Wrestling Podcast champion, Rian.
And as we say at the end of gotta think of one.
Every episode
of
of the Hallway Wrestling Podcast.
Hallway
We're on
Wrestling
Spotify now. Go listen to us. Woo!